and beneficial for their employees, you know, for the environment, for the society, you know. It's about thinking of business as a social enterprise. It's about being purpose-led, not just profit-led. Yeah, I know that sounds a bit wanky. It's a really important thing, okay? In such a corporate world, we have to take a step back and check we're doing things the right way, you know, not just the way that will make the most money.
And your career before was in marketing. How did you get started in that field?
All right, Taggart. You know, you sound just like my old manager.
How did you get started in that field?
You sound just like him, actually. When I was working at John Lewis Advertising. All right, fine. I started it straight out of uni. I worked in marketing for a while at the BBC first as an intern.
And what did you do there?
Well, I sat in on all of the marketing meetings and I gave feedback to that ad agency on their campaign ideas.
And since then, I can see you've worked for Skittles, Save the Children, Nando's and John Lewis. And you worked on their big Christmas ad. Yeah.
You know that first one? With the boy watching the clock, waiting for his Christmas so he could give his parents the presents that he got. I assume you do because you're not going to answer any fucking question. Well, that ad was my idea. That's one of the biggest brand affinity uplifts of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm pleased I'm in CSR now. You know, something to be proud of morally.
But still freelancing.
Yeah, I like freelancing. I like to move about, you know, take on new challenges. It keeps me inspired.
So, tell me about a time you've worked together successfully in a team.
What, is this a job interview? I'm proper confused now.
But it just seems like something that Martin would say.
Martin? Yeah, that was his name. How on earth do you know my ex-boss's name? And accent? God, I hope Sam hasn't invited him to the stag do. He can't hear me, can he? Because I loved working with Martin. Great guy.
You barefaced lying jobby. Jobby means shit, by the way.
Yeah, I know what it means. Look, what is going on here? How do you know Martin? This place is so creepy.
Boo!
Stop fucking doing that, you crazy woman. When are you going to tell me what the hell's going on here? How on earth did you even get me here? Is this some kind of weird sex game? Is this turning you on, clipboard lady?
Even if I did answer questions, I wouldn't dignify that one with a response. Is this turning you on, you sexy, powerful bull, you? Are you wishing I'd take the bull by the horn?
This is a dream, innit? Oh, yeah, okay, maybe it's not a dream. Well, it has to be a dream, because I didn't come here. I don't even know where this is. No, maybe it's not a dream, yeah.
You don't remember anything, do you?
Have I taken something? Is this what mushrooms feels like?
If you'd taken mushrooms, I'd hope your mind would wander to somewhere more riveting than standing on a chair in front of a woman in a suit. You really don't remember anything, do you?
Oh, sorry, no.
Oh, don't worry, you're not the first.
Not the first what?
Voice takes a picture of a young woman's face from her clipboard.
Do you remember who this is?
I went to uni with her. Sarah Lamb, I think. What are you showing me a picture of her for?
Do you know what career she went into?
Marketing, I presume. I mean, that's what we studied.
Voice puts her picture on the whiteboard.
Hobbies.
What?
Sports. It says here on your CV. Which sports?
Weights to the gym, football.
Playing or watching?
Both. I'm a hammer. Lifelong. You've got to be dedicated to stick with West Ham, you know. They're pretty shit, really, but... Oh, and I play as well. Yeah, always up for a game with the lads. Yeah, I was really good at school. I could have played for West Ham, you know, if I'd been a bit more dedicated, trained a bit harder.
You're still good now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Faith would be able to do 100 kick-ups without dropping the ball once.
The timer above box 2 reaches 0, and there's a ping. The light above it comes on. Bull turns to look at it.
Seeing as you're not going to be helpful, I'll assume that ping is a command for me to go and open the box. Shall I? Yeah? Yeah, sure. Right, thanks.
Bull marches to the box and opens it. There's a football inside.
100, you say?
Did you know I was going to talk about football? And when I was going to talk about football?
100, you say?
Yeah. Yeah, 100, no problem.
He begins doing kick-ups. He manages 7 or 8, then fails.
Yeah, that was 7, wasn't it?
Bull tries again. He doesn't get any further, and in fact, the ball goes right off stage or into the audience.
Look, I don't have my boots on, all right? This place isn't exactly turf ground, is it?
How much do you lift?
50 kilo.
The timer above box 3 reaches 0, and there's a ping. The light above it comes on. Bull looks slightly exasperated. He can guess what's in there. He dutifully goes over to the box and opens it. A 50-kilo weight.
How did you know I was going to say 50 kilo? How did you know I was going to say weights at all?
I know everything. Don't you forget it.
Bull looks nervous. He strains hard and picks up the weight. He tenses and then drops it immediately.
Look, all right, I've had an injury, all right? Yeah. I can do some things, I promise. I can do a handstand.
In protest, Bull successfully does a handstand and looks quite proud of himself.
Well done. Whew. Why on earth didn't that make the CV?
Bull comes out of the handstand. He does a cartwheel and a sort of clap and ta-da gesture towards Voice.
So, other interests?
Very cool, Bull, yeah. Yeah, you did well, mate.
Yeah, I can hear you when you mumble. Your CV says you play the violin.
Yeah, before you send the violin out here, it's been years and I've forgotten.
Well, it says here that you can still play.
Yes, well, sometimes CVs have slight embellishments.
Interesting. And when does an embellishment become a libel?
Look, everyone does it, so, if everyone else is doing it, you have to.
You're very quick to pass the buck, aren't you, Bull?
Are you trying to mess with my head? What is this place and why am I here?
Just one last section for stage 1. Have you ever committed a crime?
No. I mean, I used to. I used to nick pick and mix from Woolworths.
Interesting.
Oh, thanks for your feedback.
That's it?
Yeah. But not even the heavy ones like gobstoppers. I mean like flumps and eggs and those fluffy little,
What were you doing 24 hours ago?
You don't want to hear about my Woolworths story then?
Do you
Holding
know
up a
who this
photo of a
is?
young man.
What? Why, you investigating me for some sort of crime? I ain't done nothing wrong.
Do you know who this is?
No, I do not know who that is. Is he somebody else from uni? What are these faces for? Am I starring in some kind of knockoff British version of Jumanji based around Guess Who?
Look, I don't have time for chit-chat. Do you have any idea how many of you I see in a day?
How many of me?
How many of me?
Voice puts the picture on the whiteboard and starts seeking out another one through the papers on her clipboard.
What's going on here? This is so fucked up. I need to leave this place, man. If this is you, Sam. Or is this some kind of realistic escape room? Or is this some hidden camera show? An extreme deal or no deal? My own CV isn't really a prize. Come on, what is this all about?
I don't answer questions, you answer questions.
I don't answer questions, you answer questions. Sorry, alright, but I don't need this shit, yeah? I'm leaving, I ain't playing anymore.
Voice shows a picture of a young woman to Bull.
Sasha. Why have you got a picture of Sasha?
You're going to have to keep playing to find out.
Voice places the picture on the whiteboard and looks at Bull. Bull looks unnerved. Then swiftly, Voice exits through the door and shuts it behind her immediately. Bull looks around nervously. He goes and tries the door. It doesn't open. He stares at the whiteboard for a bit, then back to the audience. Act 2, Scene 1. Pitch black. Both the stage and the audience are in complete darkness again.
Ask yourself this. Are you a good person?
Lights up. Bull is standing on the chair again. Voice is standing on the stage a bit closer to Bull than she was at the start of Act 1, and now she's dressed like a judge, wig and all. Bull looks down at himself, surprised.
How on earth did I get back up here again? Have you done something different with your hair?
Bull gets down off the chair.
Come on, level with me. Why do you have a picture of a woman from our uni, a random guy I've never seen before, and my fiance?
Ready for stage 2?
Hey, weird clipboard lady.
Yes?
How long is this going to last?
I'm not here to answer questions.
It's just... I need the toilet.
The timer above box 4 reaches 0 and there's a ping. The light above it comes on.
I don't imagine you've got a toilet hidden in there. It'd best be the key to a toilet, because I ain't going to the toilet in no box. Not I.
Bull opens the box and pulls out a bucket.
No, come on now, no. How long is this going to last? This assessment thing, will it definitely be over in like an hour?
Do you want to use the bucket, or do you want me to begin stage 2?
How long is this going to last?
Do you want to use the bucket, or do you want me to begin stage 2?
I'll hold it in. Right, stage 2, stage 3.
Right. Tell me about your brother, Sam.
Voice takes a picture of Sam and adds it to the whiteboard.
Another fine, specific question.
Oh, go on, Bull. Help the lady out by answering her questions. What you got to be such a twat for?
Yeah, your Scottish was okay, but your East End could do with a bit of work, Mary Poppins.
Thank you. I'm certainly not looking for feedback on my accents. You're very quick with the feedback, you know.
Yeah, look who's talking.
Oh, don't be such a twat.
He's my older brother. There are 6 of us in total. He's the next one up from me. 18 months older. We've always been very close.
And can you remember the last time you saw him?
Yeah, we went to an exhibition together. Like a Quentin Tarantino thing. Props from his films and stuff about how he shoots things.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Sam works in film, so he loves stuff like that. And I'm a huge Tarantino fan.
Oh, tell her that really wicked fact you taught Bull. You taught me, Bull.
Yeah. I read his autobiography. Yeah? You know in Reservoir Dogs, it was a mistake that you don't know who shot Nice Guy Eddie. But that missed shot is on set. It wasn't clear. But you were meant to know. In that scene, you know, where you can't tell who shot him.
No, I haven't seen it.
What? You haven't seen Reservoir Dogs? Come on, clipboard lady.
So you're close with your brother Sam?
Very. I looked up to him, I suppose. You know, I was the youngest boy. I always wanted to be taller like him, faster like him, stronger like him.
Do you still look up to him now?
I guess. I mean, I think he looks up to me too. He's trying to get into the film industry, and that's no easy ride. He's living at home again. He's single. I guess I'm a bit more, you know, sorted.
Not single means sorted, does it?
It does to my fiance, and she's pretty special.
Or is that another embellishment?
Huh?
Well, you know the phrase, if you tell a lie enough times, it
The
becomes...
truth.
But I've never really believed that, have you?
I don't know, really.
And maybe if you tell a lie enough times, it becomes a job offer, it becomes business, it becomes a relationship.
What are you doing that voice for?
What's your fiance's name?
Why don't you tell me, seeing as you know everything already?
Oh, why don't you tell her my name, Bull?
Stop it! Stop doing Sasha. You're creepy.
Oh, don't wet yourself, sweetheart.
Voice leans in and blows some dandruff off Bull's shoulder.
Tell me about your first date. Oh, it was like the perfect date, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, not to big myself up too much, but I properly knocked it out of the park. I thought, let's go posh. So I took her to Sushi Samba. It's at the top of the skyscraper in the city. I dressed up all smart and I had this navy blazer on with a handkerchief just here in the pocket. Amazing weather. Like, so the views were wicked. I mean, it's not exactly my doing, but still. And the clouds went all pink and the sun was setting and she said, like,
They look just like candy floss.
how the fuck did you know that?
Boo!
Yeah, that's what she said. And that's exactly what I was thinking just before she said it. And I was like, order whatever you want. I had this proper rank cocktail with sriracha sauce in it, and it burned my tongue off, I swear. But I didn't want to admit it to her, so I just gulped it all down. I was coughing it burned that much. I felt like a right twat, but I couldn't taste none of my food after that either.
Oh no!
She didn't know.
No, of course not.
No skin of my nose anyway, you know, I fucking hate sushi. But yeah, the date was just sort of relaxing. Is that a weird thing to say? Comfortable. I was so nervous before and it just seemed to fall together perfectly, except for when I got my credit card bill.
Pricey raw fish, was it? Such a rip-off when they don't even bother to cook it.
Yeah, she was worth it. I think it kind of impressed her a bit that I could pay for all that. And I proper had my chirps on.
You won her over?
Somehow, yeah. She's perfect. Beautiful, funny, kind. And a bit like she doesn't even know how beautiful, funny and kind she is.
When did you last see Sasha?
What do you mean? I saw her this morning. We lived together.
Really? Are you sure you saw her this morning?
Yes, I see her every morning.
Think hard. Time is ticking. Tick tock, tick tock.
I mean, you're confusing me a lot. I'm being interviewed for no reason by a random woman standing next to a bucket in front of three pretty ominous unopened boxes, yeah? But, yeah, I'm fairly sure I saw her this morning, yes.
Tell me about the time you broke up.
How do you know about these things?
Did you do anything wrong?
No,
Bearing in mind, I know everything already anyway.
I know everything already, but I still keep asking questions.
I can hear you when you mumble.
Right, I got into a fight with her cousin, all right? I can't barely remember how it came about. Right, we're in this awful club in Leicester Square because her cousin was visiting London. He lives in Yeovil, wherever that is, and he's seen this club in Time Out. And I was like, we're not going in there. It's going to be horrendous, right? Tourists, teenagers. I mean, you had to wear shoes to get in, you know? Like no trainers, black shoes. Never a good sign. And when we got in there, I was right, of course. And sorry to be politically incorrect, but it was like Chavo Rama in there. I drank more than my usual to try and force myself to have fun. And they were playing S Club 7 for fuck's sake. And he was like, S Club 7, classic, because he's a bit of a twat. And then he played All Saints. And I was trying to be nice in the end, you know? Engage in conversation with the Yeovil chap twat. And I was like, You know, most people think All Saints' first #1 single was Never Ever, but actually, it was Booty Call. Like, it Never Ever was their biggest seller, but it never actually got to #1. And he was like, that's bullshit. And then at some point, I lamped him one. Don't dare say interesting.
Interessante. It's Italian.
Sure. So next day she split up with me, but I want her back. I know it's cheesy, but I made her a mixtape.
No All Saints, I presume?
Ah.
Did you cry when you broke up?
No, I don't really cry, you know. Big boys don't cry, eh? And I know big girls don't cry now either.
Right. And how did you feel during the argument with her cousin?
How did I feel? What do you mean, how did I feel? I felt like I know I shouldn't have punched him and all, but he deserved it. He was being such a twat all night, and he was just like teasing me, you know, like all night, as if like he knew everything about everything. All these reasons London was shit and West Ham was shit, and like the one thing I knew, I knew I was right about, you know.
About the All Saints.
About the All Saints, yeah. And I felt like sort of not good, but just like a release, a way to bring him down a peg or two, like finally bring my peg up above his peg.
What shape are these pegs? Sort of phallic, would you say?
I'm really starting to thinking you fancy me, clipboard lady.
Is that the last time you hit someone?
Yeah. It was a one-off. Look, I know it was wrong. I'm a good person, all right? This hasn't got anything to do with him, though, has it?
Tell me what's good about you.
I mean, that's it's a big philosophical question to go into for someone like me, yeah.
Fine. Back to relationships then. What's your sex life like?
Okay. Good. Normal.
What's normal?
Twice a week.
On a good week.
Shut up.
Do you have a big penis?
What?
It's a simple question. How long is your penis?
It's a healthy length. Bigger than average. I've never had any complaints. Let's just put it that way.
You know how to please a woman?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Show me. Show me how you please women.
Show you? Seriously? How do you mean? This is a stag do thing, isn't it?
Bull looks in doubt as to whether he should approach Voice physically or not. He begins to, slowly. Just as he gets close to touching her, the timer above box 5 reaches 0 and there's a ping. The light above it comes on. Box 5 is taller than the rest. Bull turns. He looks very embarrassed and extra nervous this time. Very cautiously, he approaches the box and opens it. Inside is an inflatable sex doll.
Show me a good time. Imagine that's me. Charm me. Scared, are you?
No. I mean, come on now. Like, seriously?
Bull approaches the doll.
Hey, good looking. You come here often? Nice box. Ah, yeah, witty.
I said, show me a good time. I thought you were bull, not chicken.
Bull defiantly grabs the doll.
How about we get out of here, yeah? Oh, you're full of hot air.
He kisses the doll. He touches the doll in a few places.
Oh, you like that, do you? Yeah.
No.
Oh, shut up! What? This is stupid!
Bull throws the doll down and marches over to Voice.
What are you doing here, eh? What have I ever done to you? Whoever you are, whatever you are, like, I'm not performing for you anymore. I really need the toilet.
The bucket is there.
I don't want you to watch me piss in a bucket.
I will close my eyes.
Reluctantly, Bull grabs the bucket. He takes it and goes to the back of the stage. He turns his back to the audience. We hear him weeing into the bucket. He finishes. He does his trousers up and goes back to standing in front of the chair.
I wouldn't have said that's bigger than average.
You wouldn't have seen it from there.
No, too right I couldn't.
You know what? Fuck you.
Don't talk to me like that.
Talk to you like that? You seem to have brought me here to explicitly humiliate me. Why should I stand for that? I'm not doing this anymore.
This won't take much longer, Bull.
No, I'm not doing it. This is fucking insane. You are messed up. And you're messing with my head, asking me shit, making me do weights, you're judging my kick-ups, you're watching me piss. This is a nightmare. Is this a nightmare?
I'm not here to answer questions.
What is wrong with you? I'll tell you what you are. You're a dirty, pervy, old clipboard lady. What do you think about that, huh?
He goes over to the whiteboard and rips all the pictures off and throws them on the floor. He's agitated, breathing deeply. He sits himself down on the chair and crosses his arms defiantly.
Bull. It's only in your own interest to continue. Let's see if I can think of a way to persuade you, maybe even jog a few memories.
Voice calmly goes to the picture of Sasha, picks it up from the floor and attaches it to the doll's face. She waves it in front of Bull.
Seeing as you're a good person, would you stay here to help protect Sasha?
Voice stands behind the doll and pretends she's talking.
You would, wouldn't you, Bull?
Is Sasha in trouble? Are you in trouble, Sasha? I will help you if you are.
We hear some train noises in the background. Bull starts to look distressed. He slaps himself a couple of times. The timer above box 6 reaches 0 and there's a ping. The light above it comes on. Bull slaps himself again. He strides over to the box and braces himself. He opens it and pulls out a knife. He gets very agitated. Something seems to flip as if he's not quite in the room anymore. He breathes deeply and stares at the knife. Voice picks up the photo of the young man and places it over her face like a mask. She approaches the doll.
Get back. Get back. I'm going to sort this, Sasha. I can sort this.
Bull holds the knife away from himself and shouts at it. The train noises get louder.
What's your problem, eh? What is your problem?
Bull waves the knife in Voice's direction. Then he picks up the doll.
Stay back, yeah? It's not safe. It's not safe.
Bull fights with the doll, holding her back as if she's pushing forwards towards the knife. He chucks her down onto the floor. He sits down on the doll to restrain her. She pops.
No, Sasha, no!
Bull throws the knife to the floor. He holds his head in his hands. He's in a state of utter panic. He breathes in and out deeply. He looks up at Voice. She drops the mask.
What is going on? What are you doing to me?
Finally, a memory. We are ready for stage 3.
Voice exits through the door. Bull runs towards the door. He tries it aggressively. It's still locked. He bangs on it with both fists.
Let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
He gives up and falls to the floor, where he sits in a heap and sobs. Act 3, Scene 1. Pitch black. Both the stage and the audience are in complete darkness again.
Why lie?
How the fuck did I get back up here again?
Lights up. Bull is standing on the chair again. Voice is standing right next to him this time, dressed in all white. The pictures are back on the whiteboard. Bull looks at Voice and does a double take.
What? Who have you come as now? Westlife?
Ready to continue?
No.
Bull jumps down and begins pacing about the stage, agitated, eager to get out.
What the hell are you doing to me?
Stage 3. Memory.
No. I want out. I don't know who you are or what you're doing, but I don't like it. I want to wake up. I want to wake up. Please, let me wake up.
Finished? Look, I strongly advise you to cooperate, Bull. You said earlier you were a good person.
I am.
Right. How so?
I'm not perfect. I'm not working off soup kitchens or saving bees, but I'm well-meaning.
But is well-meaning enough?
Am I in some kind of trouble?
What's your last memory before this?
Before being here?
Before being here?
I don't know. I think I remember being at home, and I think Sasha was there, and maybe someone else, a guy. It was hot. Actually, were we at home or were we sort of moving? Or was I asleep?
Let's go through some other memories. When was the last time you managed to do 100 kick-ups, Aaron?
All the time. Yeah, I told you, I just need my boots.
And who told you you could play for West Ham?
Everyone. Yeah, everyone said, yeah.
You're not going to pass this memory test if you don't think hard, Aaron.
Call me Bull?
Did you go to a good school, Aaron? Was it a private school?
Yeah, I got a scholarship thing for...
And you got 8 A stars in your GCSEs.
So, can we get back to Sasha? Is she all right?
That's not what you said earlier.
Yes, it is.
A recording of Bull's voice from earlier plays.
I was no academic, and it wasn't the best school in the world, but...
What is that?
I've been listening carefully, Aaron.
Who are you? Have I done something wrong? Are you the police? Because this is a fucked up way of interviewing someone. You've just watched me piss in a bucket. This ain't North Korea or Texas.
Nobody ever said you could play for West Ham, did they, Aaron?
Maybe I'm not going to start answering questions, right? How'd you like that then? Until I get a lawyer in here, you should be recording what I say. I don't like it. You're judging me. You're making me feel all...
Exposed? Look, I know everything, Bull. I also know that you are not really from the East End, are you? You're from Essex.
Well, it's on the border, so...
Were you responsible for that John Lewis advert?
I was. I was part of the team that...
That ad was my idea.
17 people's CVs claimed that they were responsible for that ad.
How do you know that?
I know everything, Aaron.
Call me Bull.
Why did you lie to make yourself seem less academic from school, but also lie to seem more capable at work?
No, right. Just to not be too, just so people think I'm normal and stuff, but also successful and stuff.
You did a 2-week internship at the BBC, didn't you, Aaron?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I worked in marketing for a while at the BBC.
That's what I meant, okay?
You lied about that in your very first job interview for John Lewis too, the one with Martin.
No, I never.
So tell us a bit about your marketing experience. I just completed a 2-month internship at the BBC. I sat in on all the marketing meetings and I gave feedback to the ad agency on their campaign ideas.
You made tea at the BBC, didn't you, Aaron?
Where on earth did you get that?
Oh, I've been listening for a long time.
Let me out of it. Let me out of it, please. Please.
Why did you lie?
Everyone exaggerates things in their job interviews.
Voice walks over to the whiteboard.
Sarah Lamb didn't.
What?
She went for the same job interview at John Lewis. She was honest about her experience. She didn't get the job.
What?
She still earns a lot less money than you to this very day.
Well, I wouldn't say that's exactly my fault.
And you're not really in demand at work, are you? Not one of the 14 places you freelanced at in marketing asked to renew your contract. That's why you move about so often. Is that, in fact, the reason you changed to CSR?
I like to move about, take on new challenges. It keeps me inspired.
It's like a mixtape of lies, Aaron. I'm almost surprised lying isn't listed on your CV. You're certainly better at that than you are at football.
Well, if you don't say it with conviction, people won't believe me.
Any lies that have caused problems for anyone else, apart from Sarah Lamb? Maybe look over here at the whiteboard for inspiration, Aaron.
You stop calling me Aaron. Are you accusing me of something? Is Sasha all right?
You actually don't know the negative impact this one had because Sam hasn't told you yet.
What?
Quentin Tarantino doesn't have an autobiography, does he?
What? I never even...
I read his autobiography.
Where did you read that fact about nice guy Eddie, Aaron?
BuzzFeed.
Sam had a meeting with a big film company a few days after you told him that. He mentioned that fact and said you'd read it in Tarantino's autobiography, and they laughed at him. And he argued back. He was sure you knew what you were talking about. He didn't get that job, did he?
I didn't mean to.
Have you ever even seen Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah, most of it.
And by the way, the All Saints First #1 single was Never Ever.
Why are you doing this to me?
Look at the knife, Aaron. Look at the knife and think of Sasha. Shall we talk about your memories of Sasha, Bull? Correct a few things?
No, I don't want to.
I'll start.
I think it just impressed her a bit that I could pay for all of it.
You couldn't afford sushi, Samba, could you? That £200 was sitting on your credit card for 6 months until... Who paid it off?
My mum.
I don't cry really, you know. Big boys don't cry, eh?
You did cry when you split up, though, didn't you? Didn't you, Aaron? You sobbed and begged her to take you back.
I needed her. I needed her.
Why did you need her?
She's the only good thing in my life. Okay? You're right. I was shit at marketing. I was shit at football. Everyone's been laughing at me all the time, my whole life long. I can't compete with the others. Everyone's doing better than me.
But I thought you were Bull, a real go-getter.
Bull looks beaten. He slumps onto the floor and cradles himself.
You're the least bullish bull I have ever seen. You're a bull in a china shop with all this china delicately placed around you, cowering in the middle, petrified that if you touch one thing, the whole thing will come crashing down. You're more of a rabbit caught in the headlights, Aaron, or a fish out of water, flip-flop, flapping around the room. You're the elephant in every room you're in. There's only one way in which you're like a bull. You bullshit in your own backyard. And Sasha fell for that bullshit. Did you see her this morning, Aaron?
I didn't see her this morning.
Why not?
She's gone.
Why did you lie, Aaron?
I didn't do it. I didn't kill her. I didn't. Wake up. Come on, wake up!
You're very quick to pass the buck, aren't you, Aaron? You didn't stab her, I know, but it was nonetheless your fault.
I was just trying to, please, God, whatever I've done, forgive me. Father, Holy Spirit, please forgive me. I didn't mean to.
I was there, Aaron, on the train.
Some train noises begin again.
Who are you?
You can think of me as the mother, the daughter, and the holy bit.
Wait, what are you touching me for?
I didn't touch you, mate.
Oi, don't talk to my girlfriend like that.
Well, tell your girlfriend to stop touching me.
Yeah, I didn't mean to, mate. It's a moving train. I just stumbled and...
Shut up, you little whore.
Don't you fucking talk to her like that. What's your problem, mate? What's your problem?
Calm down, loser.
You calm down. Don't you fucking talk to her like that.
You've been a big man, are you? Calm down or what?
Aaron, leave it. It's not worth it.
I'm not going to let him talk to you like that.
He might have a knife.
Yeah, well, I might have a knife. Look, I can handle myself, all right? I'm from the East End. Stay back. I've got this.
I wish you wouldn't.
Oi, mate. Apologise to my girlfriend.
No!
You fucking what?
I said, apologise to my girlfriend.
I'll apologise to her.
No!
No!
Remembering what happened now, are we?
He stabbed Sasha.
And then?
I couldn't let him just...
And then?
I had to.
Had to what?
I stabbed him, okay? I stabbed him out of anger, revenge, impulse, guilt. I have no fucking clue why he stabbed her or why I stabbed him, okay? Is that what you want to hear? Is it? I'm a criminal. I'm a danger to society. It's my fault she's dead, and it's my fault that he's dead.
Have you ever committed a crime?
No.
He did it first, okay?
Yes, and his assessment didn't take quite as long. But how did it get there in the first place?
We got there because I...
We hear some of the same clips from before.
Don't fucking talk to her like that. I'm not going to let him talk to you like that. I can handle myself, all right? I'm from the East End. Stay back. I've got this.
Were you lying when you said you got this, Aaron? Nah, darling, just an embellishment. Why'd you tell lies, Aaron?
They're more like stories. I have to be sorted, strong. I'm bald. People respect me. They lean on me, don't they? I'm bald. I always have been. That's me. I'm bald.
Aaron, the only person who calls you Bull is you.
The timer above box 7 reaches 0 and there's a ping. The light above it comes on. Bull turns to it nervously.
What's in the box?
I'm not here to answer questions.
Tell me what's in the box.
Do you know where you are, Aaron?
I'm here.
No, but really, do you remember where you actually are?
Hospital noises begin to play quietly in the background. The beep of a life support machine.
Am I sleeping?
Almost.
Bull approaches box 7. Cautiously, he opens it. When he sees what's in it, he whimpers.
Remember now?
Did I really?
Bull pulls out a noose out of the box. He looks at the chair again.
Give me another chance. Look, I didn't mean to do it. I meant well. I did. I did. This is not me. It's not me, I promise.
Bull stands on the chair again.
You are not you, Aaron. You mean well somewhere underneath the bragging and the cover-ups. But for the job interviewer, you are those stories. For Sam, you are those stories. For Sasha, you were those stories. Look at all of these people who have been impacted by your lies, Aaron.
Voice takes a picture from her clipboard. It's a picture of Aaron grinning in a suit. A LinkedIn profile type of shot. She adds it to the board.
Sasha trusted those stories, Aaron. Do you know where Aaron ends and Bull begins. Your record of what is actually genuinely you is effectively blank. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with you.
Please, I promise. I don't want to die. Give me one more chance. No more Bull. I'll be honest. I'll be Aaron. Do I get a second chance?
The lights go out. End of play.
Hey, okay. Well done.
Well done, everyone. So we're going to take a 10-minute break now, just to give people a chance to nip to the loo, grab a drink, stretch their legs. So we'll start back at 8:15. So it's
You got a bucket?
Probably been. I need one.
We'll leave the meeting open, so you can all chat and stuff whilst during the break. But thank you very much.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, lovely.
Away. Actually, the way.